What's up? I'd like to welcome you back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I germinate my tomato seeds. This method also applies to any other type of seed that you're trying to get started before you go ahead and transplant outside. So let me go ahead and show you what I use. So on the right, I got some Miracle-Gro, some seed starting planting soil. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are anti Miracle-Gro for whatever reason, and that's cool. Everybody has their preference. This is what I use just to get the seedling started, just because it's a kind of a neutral type of medium, and it doesn't do any damage to the seedlings. So this is my preferred method. But if you have something else that you would like to use, then by all means go ahead. And if that works for you, then cool. So that's just one of the things that I use right there. Another thing that I use is these little seed cells. So pretty much you put the seeds in there. Once they get started, you can just go ahead and transplant and plant this into whatever container or in the soil outside if you want to. It's up to you. You can use that, or you can use some like Jiffy cups, anything to kind of get your seedling started. Any type of container, it's totally up to you. Whatever works. And then another thing that you're gonna need also is a type of a container that you can kind of create a greenhouse effect. What I mean by that is like, as you can tell here, I got a couple of seedlings that I already got started. I got some Romas, beefsteak, and some Roma beefsteak, and what's the other one? Some cherry tomatoes. So yeah, I'm pretty eager to get these outside, and these I grew them in the method that I'm going to show you today. It's pretty easy. Jesus. Alright, they'll be fine for right now. So anyways, so as you can see, this is just like a regular serving container where you get your food at. And I like this because it's got like a deep portion, so I'm able to put that cell in there, and I'm able to close it up, and it still gives it a little bit of space for the plant to grow, which is kind of cool. Now what this does is it creates kind of like a greenhouse effect, and that's what you want. You put a little bit of light on there. You don't necessarily have to have a grow light to get your seedling started. You can use just a regular type of light, and it should be fine. Just don't put it too close to the container because you don't want the container to melt. And what that does is it kind of keeps them once you water it, it keeps the moisture in there, and that's very helpful when getting the seedling started. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I do. Pretty much is I already got the soil in here, and as you can tell, it's nice and wet. It's not as dry. It's not as cardboard looking as the one on the left. So that's what you want right there. And then what I like to do is I like to poke one hole in each corner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to put 2 seeds in there, and that'll help out my odds of getting something to sprout. And if both of them sprout, then I can pull it out of the cell and then separate them, or I could just clip the strongest one off, or clip the weakest one, the smallest one, and then just keep the strongest, tallest, and yeah, just go from there. So here I got 2 tomato seeds. These are some beefsteak. Let's go ahead and plop them in there like that. Kind of cover them up. And then what I like to do is I like to get a little bit of water and put it in a tray, just a little bit, not too much. And the reason I do that is so when I close this up, make sure you seal it, make sure it's nice, and there it goes. Once you close it up and you put it under the light, it'll start to create like little droplets in there. And then in about 4 to 5 days to 7 days, you should see a little seedling start to pop out, a little sprout. And then once you see that, then you're pretty much good to go. And then you'll end up with something like this. Now I put 3 of them in there per cell. Now I'm going to keep the strongest one and plant them in their own little space outside. And as you can tell, they got some nice roots. So I'll just go ahead and clip the weakest ones and then just go ahead and pop it outside just as it is. And that'll be that. Nice. It's not that difficult at all. Alright, so it's been like about 6 days since we planted the seeds. And we're going to go ahead and check them out now and see what they look like. I'm just going to get a little closer here. Oh. As you can tell, this is about 6 days right here. It didn't take them that long to sprout. It'll take anywhere from 5 to 14 days, sometimes a little bit longer depending on the seeds. So you can tell they already got roots down here at the bottom. At least 2 of them in a pot, and then we'll see what happens from there. That's pretty much it. So yeah, so if you have some tomato seeds, go ahead and pop them in. Get a little container, create kind of a greenhouse effect. Save you a little bit of money instead of having to go to Home Depot or any of those big box stores to have to get a container. And pop them in there and see what happens. Give it a little bit of time. Make sure that you got some water in there to keep the moisture in there. And you should have some seedlings just like this. I'd like to thank you all for tuning into the video today. If you liked the video and you found it helpful, please feel free to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please feel free to do so. I'll be bringing more videos to you like this. So we'll see you next time back in the garden. Peace.